Hi everyone, my name is Erik Hohn. I'm the worship director at Susquehanna Valley Church. I just wanted to take a few moments to talk to you about our sense of community together as we go through this difficult time. It's so important that we follow the guidelines for social distancing, taking care of ourselves through this difficult time. And while that is so important for our physical health and our safety as a community, it can also be very detrimental to our emotional health and our spiritual health. We're not meant to be isolated. We are meant to be connected to each other. And isolation can really lead a lot of people to a sense of loneliness and depression. Hebrews 10 says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another." It's a little hard for us to get together right now, but it's not impossible for us to reach out and to encourage each other. There's a lot of great social media outlets out there, apps that you can download where you can connect through video chat, through Skype, Zoom, different kinds of apps like these that we can use to connect with each other. I'll never forget when I was in college. My parents lived in Germany at the time, and my very first freshman year of college, Christmas came, and I had to go to some relatives. But in order to take the Greyhound bus, I had to wait, and it seemed like everybody else on campus had already left. In fact, I remember the night before I left, I was the only one in my entire dorm floor. And I never again have felt such loneliness. That here I am, Christmas season, all by myself on campus. That's what it felt like. I remember how lonely it felt. A lot of people struggle with feeling isolated and lonely, even under normal circumstances. But under these circumstances, it can really be a problem. It's important that we reach out as a community to each other. Pick up the phone. Give somebody a call. FaceTime them. Get part of a group chat. If you're in part of our community groups, I encourage you guys meet together as a community group through Zoom or some other kind of app where you can get together on videos together and spend that time together. It is so vitally important to encourage one another, to reach out to each other, and to love one another. It's also easy for us to get into that mindset when we're by ourselves and nobody calls us, to think, "Oh, woe is me. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody is reaching out." The enemy wants us to wallow in that. If that is how you're feeling, I encourage you to pick up the phone yourself. Give somebody a call. Reach out to them. It can really make a world of difference. You think about times in your lives that you've gone through in the past, difficult times, and maybe somebody was there for you. Chances are that person being there for you didn't change the difficult time you had to go through. You still had to go through that. But I'm willing to bet that it helped. And it helped because you knew you weren't alone. That even though you still had to go through the difficult time, you knew you weren't alone in it. And that's where community is so important. We all have a very difficult time to go through right now, but we don't have to do it alone. I encourage us all to make community an important part of our thoughts, our prayers, reaching out to each other as we get through this time. Jesus said, "They're going to know that you're my disciples by the way you love each other." Let's be a church and a community that loves each other by reaching out. You could even have a meal with somebody. You just FaceTime them in or Skype them in, put the phone or the iPad or the computer at the end of the table and enjoy a meal together. A game of Monopoly where you sit that computer on the other side and engage with those other people and join together in fellowship. We can make this work. and we can come out on the other end a much stronger community because of it. We love you so much, and I just want to thank you for watching this video.